It's your boy Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yes, just like every single day, we have more transfer news for you guys. But more important than that, we have some really buzzing news. Let's talk about the first news straight away. I just don't want to waste any more time of you guys. Chelsea and Arsenal are among the interested clubs again for Said Ben Rama, according to Sami Mogbo. And Leeds are poised to enter the equation following their promotion because they are looking for a winger and probably an enganche. Yes, they would look for an enganche. That is an important position in Marcelo Bielsa's formation. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Arsenal are attempting for a swap deal with Manchester City for John Stones, and Arsenal would swap Matteo Guendouzi. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it could be possible that Matteo Guendouzi could leave Arsenal in hopes that Arsenal could land John Stones. I don't personally believe this whole thing, but these are the news and rumors that are in the market. So let's just deal with it. Well, also it's been proven according to Mundo Deportivo that Matteo Guendouzi does not interest Barcelona at all, and that's the whole reason why Barcelona have not even thought of accept any swap deals against Matteo Guendouzi. Well, let's say if that's going to be happening or not. But moving on. Dennis Bergkamp says, I'm really interested in Mikel Arteta and how he's doing at Arsenal, as there have been signs that he wants to change their philosophy. Well, the legend has spoken, so let's see what Mikel Arteta has in store for Arsenal. And a loan move to a Premier League team is on the cards this summer for Felipe Coutinho, and it looks like, most importantly, it is Arsenal the best destination. We are the best placed team here because we've got a good connection with Kia Joorabchian, who is his agent. And let's say Alexander Lacazette admits a lack of game time at Arsenal made him unhappy. He says at Arsenal it has been his hardest season. The injury hung around longer than I thought to his ankle, and it affected me. Afterwards, I had this period without scoring, so certainly it wasn't easy for me, but I still learned a lot this season because mentally it was not easy. The difficulties this season are going to serve me well in the future. Certainly it is not nice to be on the bench. At the same time in my life, I have had moments that were a lot more complicated, and I did not doubt myself. It wasn't really doubt, it was more unhappiness, like every player who is on the bench and wants to play. Also, Alex Lacazette has hailed Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. He says they are very good youngsters, humble and working every day. I think they are the future of the club because we know that these days club needs their youngsters. They are working, improving. Saka and Martinelli have had very good first seasons, and Joe Willock and Reece Nelson help us with the small playing time that they have, which makes it not always that easy for them. Now, also, he says that why Arsenal could not finish in the top 4. Alex Lacazette says, we lacked rigor at key moments in the season. We lacked on confidence as a team because each time we were lacking, whether it was a player at the back or a player up top, who affected the team to the slightest extent. Ian Wright believes Mesut Ozil's career at Arsenal is over. Yes, he should either be sold in the summer or not, he says. Here's what he said. He says, I think that he's gone. It's all about attitude. The thing is, when you look at Dani Ceballos, he had an attitude problem. Mikel turned him around and now he's in the team. Matteo Guendouzi, they're talking about him having a problem. He's not in the team. Mikel's given people the opportunity to get into the team if their attitude is right, but at the minute, their attitude is not right. Arsenal need Ozil, of course, but I believe that he's somebody that's gone from Arsenal, whether he stays or Mikel gets rid of him. We're not going to see much of him. So it's pretty much clear that Mesut Ozil, though being frozen out, is definitely not in Arsenal's and Arteta's plans going in the future. Jamie Redknapp has claimed Arsenal must spend big in the summer because their loss to Villa Park was definitely not right. So Redknapp says he isn't surprised. He says the board have to act. I'm not surprised with that plane. You have to back this manager. If you believe this is the right man, you have to back him. Arsenal is a huge club. Players want to be in London playing for clubs like this, but they have to see they are ambitious. They want to win things because right now they are behind the top 4. Also, he says they are way off the top 4. One issue he has to deal with is Mesut Ozil. He'll be off this summer, I'm sure. He is on an awful lot of money. If you feel the player isn't right, then you have to bite the bullet and let them go. Aubameyang, you need to give him a new contract. Don't want to get in another situation. Players like him are hard to find. I like Arteta. I look at that Arsenal backline. They will make mistakes. They need to throw money at the problem. He wants to play with better players. He will want to know who is coming in. Yeah, he gets on with his mate Alex Lacazette, and he speaks highly of Bukayo Saka. He's ambitious and he wants to look at the players coming in. He's coming to the twilight of his career. He'll be saying, right, I want to win something. Another problem they have got is Dani Ceballos. I really like him. Will he get them back? Credit Arteta. When he first came, he looked silky. If you lose him and Oba, then you have problems. Well, Granit Xhaka is definitely not happy with how Arsenal performed against Aston Villa. But let me give you a very good news, because Reece Nelson's initial assessment of groin injury suggests that it is pretty mild discomfort. Arsenal's forward hopes to resume training next week ahead of FA Cup final, so he's ready. Also, now suddenly I've also got through one source from France. I've got a news that Guendouzi is very interesting to Barcelona. There is a contract offer on the table, and the exchange with Coutinho is definitely true. So you can see that Coutinho could come up here, but according to certain sources, it looks baseless as well. Well, you'll come to know which exactly to be believed in. I'll tell you in some days maybe, but let's see. Well, talking about it, Arsenal are considering a move for Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz. Yes, amid renewed interest from Manchester City, Douglas Luiz, well, Gunners have established him as a target, with coach Mikel Arteta remaining a long-standing admirer of the defensive midfielder from his own time in Manchester City. So it looks like Douglas Luiz could make his way to the Arsenal. I would not personally want it, but moving on. Amazon Twitch have launched a new sport channel and have signed an agreement with Real Madrid and Arsenal, having signed content deals including advertising revenue share components. The clubs will produce exclusive and interactive content to be streamed on Twitch. Well, moving on. Well, talking about it, Tony Adams has opened up about Nicola Pepe. He's not a fan of Nicola Pepe at all. He says, I was very against signing Pepe, to be honest, because we had Saka coming through. We've got Eddie, Nelson, Martinelli. We've got a lot of kids that need to play, and to go and buy Pepe for £72 million, I thought it could have been used in different areas. Wow. Well, Danny Mills is not happy with Mesut Ozil. He says, if Ozil is going to leave, and the reports are that he's on 300k pounds a week, no one is going to pay 50 million pounds for Ozil. You're almost going to have to give him away, 10 to 15 million pounds, and pay a massive chunk of his wages, and that eats into the budget. Yes, it does. Well, Arsenal's alarming lack of creativity has been laid bare as stats reveal that they are the 5th worst in the Premier League for chances created. Mikel Arteta's side have created just 288 chances this season. 18th placed Watford have made 290. They have scored 53 goals throughout the league campaign but conceded 46. Mesut Ozil has currently created their most amount of chances this term with 52 chances created, but the German has played 23 times this season but not made a single appearance since the restart in June. So the lockdown has not been kind with Mesut Ozil at all. Well, talking about more stuff, well, Tony Adams has claimed Emi Martinez could save Arsenal a lot of money this summer. He says, what we've missed is a couple of central defenders and a keeper. We may have found one actually in Martinez and saved ourselves a lot of money. Well, talking about more, Fabrizio Romano confirms that Arsenal target Victor Osimhen will join Napoli, and that is confirmed. Well, the agreement is ready to be completed for 60 million euros with Lille. Osimhen will sign his contract until June 2025. Last details to be completed and then done deal. Talks are ongoing also to sign Jeremy Boga from Sassuolo. Well, Sassuolo's winger Jeremy Boga could end up at Napoli as well, because they are wasting no time in actually challenging for the Scudetto. Well, not only this, Atletico Madrid have reportedly decided to get rid of Arsenal target Thomas Lemar this summer. Well, yes, he has failed to register a single goal or assist in 29 appearances this season. Simeone has finally decided to throw in the towel. Well, the Spanish side planned to cut their losses on Lemar, who joined them from Monaco for £63 million. Since his arrival, he has a record of just 3 goals in 67 games for a winger. Oh my god, that is disaster class. Well, Alex Lacazette has opened up about Pepe and Aubameyang. He says, we laugh a lot. We also work a lot in front of the goal together. At the beginning, Nico did not speak very good English, so we always had to be fairly close by in order to do the translations. And Lacazette, on if Aubameyang is the best player he's ever played with at club level, he says, I have already been asked this question. I don't know who it is, but he's definitely up there for sure. If you throw in the national team, then Benzema is the best player I have ever trained with. I like to speak with young guys. If it is a youngster or someone more experienced, I will always tell them what I think can help them in a match. they will also talk to me. That is the relationship of trust that we have in the team. Well, they are very good youngsters, humble and working every day. I think they are the future of the club. Well, talking about his competition with Nketiah, Lacazette says, between me and him, things are very good. There are no problems. We support each other. We know that everyone wants to play and it is the coach who makes the decision. But between me and him, there are no problems. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe. We are on a mission of reaching 6,000 subscribers as soon as possible. You're an Arsenal fan? Click the subscribe button, my friend.